The Hyperlite Mid 1 is one of the lightest solo shelters on the market, but it's not for everyone. This is my first look, and after looking at it, I've got things that I love and things that I hate. Let's see what we got. Welcome to the Mid 1 by Hyperlite Mountain Gear. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. This tent costs a lot of money. I believe it's around $675 now for the white, and I think $695 for the spruce green. But what you're paying for is a 16-ounce shelter that's going to take you farther than you could imagine. Now, this tent is not for everybody. This tent is meant for ultralight hikers, through hikers, or people who just like to have Dyneema gear, and that is what this tent is made out of. It is a DCF. So off the bat, one of the first things I love so much about this tent is actually the zippers. There is two. There's one up at the top and one at the bottom. The reason I love this so much is because if I want to just get a little more extra ventilation in here to help with condensation buildup, this is such a crucial feature in that. Also, at the top of the tent, we have two peak vents. And another thing that I think is amazing, that I had a similar pyramid or half pyramid shelter that did not have this, is that there's actually screens up inside. I think it's mesh screens. So things won't just be able to blow in your tent, and that's such a crucial piece of this tent in my opinion. When it comes to setting this tent up, it is super easy. Realistically, the best way for me to do it is I do each corner, just the four corners first. Takes 6 takes to set up. 2 of these corners, kind of like the Durst X Mid, you make a perfect rectangle. And then what I do next is put the trekking pole to 135 centimeters up in here. And then I hit the front vestibule and then the back side. And that has been my highest success rate for setting up the tent, is doing it in that exact order. I'm sure there's other ways to do it, but that is my method that I've chose. Also, one thing that's really crucial in this tent, if you're somebody that wants the extra headroom, because that is one complaint I do have that I'll get into, is that there is 4 actual tie out points on here to pull out more room for the tent, as well as one on the top for a ridge line. Because another fantastic feature this tent has is you can actually unzip the front door and unstake it, and it will stay up by itself. So if you want more extra ventilation, that is totally something you can get. So as you can see inside here, it is a half moon door with 2 very reliable zippers that go in and out really easy. Super cool to get in, as well as the floor is also Dyneema. So a lot of people use footprints and stuff under their shelters, especially for DCF. I'm one of the idiots that doesn't necessarily bring one all the time, so I'll let you know how the longevity goes with the DCF floor. It's my first DCF floor tent. Inside also, it's 32 inches wide, so it's just a big rectangle inside, and there is a head in and foot in. The head in is the left side of the tent and your foot in is the right side. I'm sure you could actually go both ways depending on how tall you are, but in my case I'm 5'10". My buddy who's helping me, Joe, he's about 6'1", so it does matter because that corner comes up a little higher seemingly on the inside. Now, if you're looking for a lot of pocket space, this doesn't have that. There's one pocket in there that probably fits your phone or some other gear that you might have that's not as big. There's also vents along the side of the floor inside that have adjustable adjusters for the floor that you can pull the floor up so that vent disappears for rainy weather. It's going to prevent a lot more splashback from coming into your tent on the other side of the vestibule as well. So the length of the floor is 96 inches long and then 54 inches tall. So you do have a significant peak height, and if you're somebody that likes to sit in your tent and cook or drink coffee in the morning, sitting right here with these doors rolled back, you're gonna have a nice view, open view, as well as a lot of headroom. It's gonna be enjoyable for you. There is one thing that I don't think is my favorite thing about this tent, and that is the headroom when you're laying down. There's a few inches with the pillow and pad under you from your head to the actual roof or the side of the tent. So that's going to be an adjustment for me because I'm used to the Durst X Mid Pro or Big Agnes Copper Spur tents that are not half pyramid. But that comes with this territory of it being a half pyramid shelter, is that it is slanted more, and that's something that people need to get used to if you're trying to use a shelter like the Mid 1. I personally want to thank Hyperlite Mountain Gear for sending me this Mid 1 shelter. I love it. Thank you so much. And please make sure that you guys like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week on the Gear Garden.